What up, my G's, and welcome to day 14 of the 30 days 30 balondor nominees challenge. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the season-long stats of the Arsenal captain Martin Ødeegard, and does he deserve to win the Ballon d'Or or not? Or are the Gooners going to stop yapping about his nomination like they always do? They get overexcited over small little things. So let's start with the stats. He had pretty decent stats, as he is an attacking midfielder and plays as a central midfielder many times as well. So he made 13 assists and scored 11 goals in 4,727 minutes in all competitions. So let's come to the Premier League. He scored 8 goals in the Premier League and gave 10 assists. He had 0.23 goals per 90, 0.29 assists per 90, 0.52 GA per 90, and 0.26 XG per 90. These stats are pretty good considering that he was a central midfielder and was the one who just led the play and kind of a playmaker for Arsenal, kind of a pivot of Arsenal's team. He played and he had 388 minutes per goal in the Premier League and 310 minutes per assist in the Premier League. He made a total of 72 dribbles, out of which 35 were successful, with a dribble success rate of 48.61. So we all know that he is not that big of a dribbler. He's just the one who gives away passes and passes the ball beautifully around the whole ground. He kept 17 clean sheets and gave 46 tackles in the Premier League, and these are the defensive stats which show that he is a player somewhat like Jude Bellingham is performing this season. He's not scoring that many goals, he's not giving that many assists, but he is the one going back, coming in the mid and going forward. He is involved in everything, like Fede Valverde, like Jude Bellingham. And many people, I think, that they compare Martin Ødeegard to Fede Valverde as well, because obviously they both are Real Madrid prospects, so a little bit of similarity, but he is old. I guess Martin Ødeegard is older, I don't know. Then let's come to his impact on Arsenal's so-called success. They did not even succeed in their objectives, which in my opinion should have been like winning the Premier League, but they came in second because obviously Manchester City is the best team in the Premier League, not in the world, because that is Real Madrid, and I'm not gonna be biased, though I'm a Real Madrid fan. So his impact was that he was the pivot. He could control the midfield around and could give away passes to the striker Kai Havertz, or just win penalties for his team. Let's talk about his trophies. He just won one trophy, which is a one-match tournament, the FA Community Shield against Manchester City. I don't know how they managed to win it, but it was a miracle. It was a miracle, and miracles don't happen often. So next we'll come to his key moments, and he's not kind of a player who gives so much key moments in his entire career, but this season he had just one, I guess, in the round of 16 of the Champions League against Porto. He gave an assist, I guess that would be considered as one, and then Arsenal won the match in penalties, which was a very crucial and very intense match. I remember that. Still, that was a great game by Arsenal and Porto as well, but I was thinking that Porto might win that game because Arsenal was lagging behind. But still, it's Arsenal, the most unpredictable team in the whole of Europe. Let's next come to his setbacks, and he had a long list of setbacks, which if I will name to you, which I will leave it. So, first of all, he did not win the Premier League. Second of all, he did not win the FA Cup and got out of the tournament, I guess, very early to Liverpool. Yes, I guess it was to Liverpool. And he did not win the Carabao Cup, and he did not get to the semi-finals of the Champions League, which most of the Gooners were predicting that we will make the final, and we don't know what will happen after that. We will make the final, and that's confirmed. And we saw how that aged, and it did not age well at all. Arsenal went out in the quarterfinals to Bayern Munich, courtesy of the bad luck, of course, and many of the mistakes of the team. What am I saying? I'm getting confused in many of the things, but still leave it. And this last setback, which I presume could have was so much easy to just get, but he could not, and that was missing out on the Euros qualification. I'm not even talking about the semi-final, quarter-final, round of 16, final. I'm just talking about the qualification. The quality that Norway, the Norsk side had, and they still not qualified for the Euros. It seems underwhelming and a little bit of disappointing as well. So let's just come to his previous nomination. So he had been previously nominated, surprise, surprise, in the 2023 Ballon d'Or, and he came in 28th place. So lastly, let's come to my prediction that where will Martin Ødeegard finish in the top 30 ranking of the Ballon d'Or. So considering that he finished 28th last season, so I'm gonna be predicting that he will finish around in the 20s, between 25 and 30, because let's be honest, he did not have a great impact of it. He had, but his team did not succeed that well, both his national team and his club. So I would predict him to just finish between 25 to 30. I won't even be surprised if he finishes 30, but I know players that have played worse and still sneaked in the Ballon d'Or top 30. So this is it for now. In the next video, I'm going to be discussing the season-long stats of another Ballon d'Or nominee, which is the former Borussia Dortmund defender, Mats Hummels. So stay tuned for that video, and until then, please subscribe to Papaya Talks Footy so that I can visit the Santiago Bernabeu. Adios.